It's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out LinealBoxing TV with Birdie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic.
Steve Bird, LinealBoxing TV. Just going to do a really quick recap of the stunning boxing upset this weekend. Anthony Joshua being knocked out, stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr. All I can say is, wow, I did not see that coming at all. I watched the fight live with Pete Mercer. Pete Mercer really knows his stuff. And as soon as the fight started, he pretty much called it spot on. I was massively shocked at that result, but all the signs were there. Anthony Joshua before has been staggered and hurt by Dillian White. Has been knocked heavily down by Klitschko and outboxed by Povetkin and hurt. Andy Ruiz Jr., obviously people saw him in the press. I've watched his career for a long time. He was training with Freddie Roach in the wild card. And Freddie Roach used to rave about him. I spoke to him once before about him. And he said he's got terrific fast hands. He's durable, strong. But he can punch hard as well. And he was just completely all over AJ. AJ knocked him down in the third round. Engaged. And every time he engaged with Ruiz, Ruiz had fast counter-punching style. Just had him rocked to his boots. It didn't help that Deontay Wilder, obviously a couple of weeks previous, had an amazing knockout against Dominic Brazil. Put a lot of added pressure on Anthony Joshua because they're obviously going back and forth. But I'm watching it again now. Anthony Joshua's just knocked him down. Engages. Pour him with a jab. Hits him with another huge right hand. Uppercut. Jumping him with left hooks. Looks like he's done it. And then two shots just go in. A big left hook. And Anthony Joshua was rocked to his boots. After that first shot, he never ever recovered. He's looking at the ref now, thinking, wow. And you can just see the way he gets up, he is all over the place. Super brave, but Ruiz just did not let him off the hook and he did not recover. Anyone can get knocked out in boxing. Anyone at any weight, at any time, can take that punch on the temple and scramble their brain. But the one thing I was worried about Joshua more than anything was the way he acted in between the rounds. He really did look like a little boy lost in there. At one stage, he was asking Robert Kraken what round it was. He was asking what shot he was getting caught with. He was saying, I don't know what's going wrong. What's wrong with my body? Basically, he got caught and got hurt. That's all it was. And he was completely scrambled and he never quite recovered. Anthony Joshua, 6'8", 19 stone. He should have kept this guy on the jab and just made the fight boring. But he tried to engage him, and you can just see the energy draining out of his body. Amazing upset. Can he come back? Absolutely. But if I was his team and his corner, I wouldn't take an immediate rematch with Ruiz. Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Hasim Rahman and Oliver McCall. Those were concussive one-punch knockouts where he knew exactly where he went wrong, and that was being a bit complacent. Joshua was just getting beat up at times, completely beat up. So I think he just massively needs to rebuild his confidence, start again from the bottom, and work his way up. Thing is, with Anthony Joshua, he's just a complete brand. So he needs to stop so much of the media, trim down his entourage, and just get back to basics. It's exciting to see how he comes back. David Price was another heavyweight that was compared to be the next big thing. Did very well in the Olympics as well. Fought a guy named Tony Thompson. Got schooled, got stopped, went back in again, had an immediate rematch. Again lost. He was never ever the same again. So if I was Anthony Joshua, I'd have two rebuilding fights back in the UK. Low-key, undercard fights. Just get himself back. And let's see where he can go. No, but I was a little bit worried with the cornering in there. It just didn't seem like they were flowing. They didn't seem like they were in tune with each other. They were panicked. Do I think Anthony Joshua underestimated him? No, I don't. Like I say, when you're at that level of sport, fighting at Madison Square Garden, he wouldn't have underestimated him. But I don't think he was mentally prepared. As soon as he got him hurt, I just thought he just assumed that he had that fight out of there. Andy Ruiz Jr. will give any heavyweight a tough fight, and he's a match for anyone. So it's exciting for the heavyweight division now. Tyson Fury's obviously fighting next weekend against Tom Schwartz, and then Deontay Wilder has said he's got a rematch with Luis Ortiz. Andy Ruiz Jr. will give both of them a fantastic fight. Very, very exciting, and it's so interesting to see where Anthony Joshua goes here. But let's see what happens. Steve Bird, LinealBoxing TV.